Now, let's talk about one other thing, because it's really hard to get coverage for this, except maybe for Fox and ABC and a few networks. Because, man, they're covering this one up, the administration and a lot of the media, big time. I want an answer to the following question. Did Barack Obama know that that consulate that got attacked on September 11th, that resulted in the murder of our ambassador, first ambassador to be killed, by the way, since Jimmy Carter, did Barack Obama know that that consulate had been attacked twice before? Attacked in April, attacked in June. In June, they blew a hole in the wall of the consulate 12 feet wide. Now, he's not been asked by the media, Mr. President, did you know about that? And if you did know about it, exactly why didn't you give them more security? In fact, why did you reduce the security in Libya when you knew that that consulate was a target of attack by Islamic extremists? And then when it was attacked by Islamic extremists, tell me exactly why you didn't send in the American military. You think John McCain would have wasted 6 hours wondering whether he should have sent the Marines in to save our ambassador? Or do you think those Marines would have been dispatched in 1 minute? You think Mitt Romney will wait 6 hours while Americans are being held, maybe even tortured, certainly killed? He's sitting there waiting, thinking, wondering, are the Libyans going to be angry at us? Who gives a damn if the Libyans are going to be angry at us? Only a man who for 4 years has had the wrong priorities in the Middle East. We've never had an American president that the state of Israel couldn't count on. And if you want to tell the truth, for all the nonsense, you can't count on Barack Obama. You can't count on him. We couldn't count on him in Libya. We couldn't count on him to make the right decision at the right time. When Hillary Clinton said he's not ready for the 3 a.m. telephone call, she was right. He has proven he is not ready for the 5 p.m. telephone call. With competent leadership, those 4 people that died in Libya did not have to die. Why do you think the administration for 6 weeks has been lying about this? Why do you think they've been telling one phony story after another? Why do you think they put the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations on there to tell a totally nonsensical story about these were spontaneous demonstrations? When they had film that showed that they weren't. When they had reports that an Al-Qaeda associated group was behind this attack. Why do you think they lied like that over and over again? And why do you think the president doesn't answer any questions about it? The reason is that they're covering up. They're covering up the fact that their policy in the Middle East has been a disaster. You know, we had Mubarak in Egypt. Bad guy, dictator, friend of the United States, friend of Israel. Now what do we have in Egypt? The Muslim Brotherhood runs Egypt. The man who runs Egypt wants the person who wanted to blow up New York City released from prison. This is the kind of president we have in Egypt. President of Egypt wants a guy who wanted to blow up New York City and is sitting in jail for 100 years. He wants him released so he can come back to Egypt. So we're going from bad to worse in Egypt. In Libya, we had Gaddafi. Another really bad guy. Bad to his people, dictator, but completely neutered. Gave up his weapons of mass destruction, not a danger to anybody else but his own people. Now we have a government in Libya that can't protect the lives of our people, who our president was stupid enough to rely on to try to protect our people. Right. What kind of crazy thinking is that? You have 5, 6, 7 attacks in Benghazi, and you have our consulate attacked twice. You have the British pull out their consulate. You have the Red Cross leave Benghazi. And this man, on September 11, is relying on the Libyan government to protect our people. What kind of fantasy world does he live in? What kind of euphemistic notion does he have of Islamic extremist terrorism? I'll tell you what kind he has. He has one that's dangerous to us. He has one that's dangerous to our security. He has one that's dangerous to our national security. Because any president thinking straight, the minute he heard that his people were being held in Libya, would know you can't rely on the Libyans. So now we find out 6 weeks later that the CIA tried to step in. Well, they did, and they sent people to Libya. Do you know the group they sent to Libya was held at the airport for 3 hours? Libyan government wouldn't let him in. You think that President Mitt Romney is going to allow the Libyan government not to let our people in? You think we're going to worry about, gee, is the Libyan government going to be insulted if we go in and save the lives of our people? Will it offend Libyan sovereignty if we come in and try to save the lives of our people? Of course he's not. Because Mitt Romney's a leader, Barack Obama is not a leader. So I want you to talk to people now. You've got plenty of time. 2 more days, 3 more days. Talk about these things that the media doesn't really cover.